All right, collective. So we're going to focus on the healing journey today or in these next few readings. So this one's going to be all about you, Divine Feminine. All about Divine Feminine Spirit. What can we tell the Divine Feminine? Don't rush into things. Allow nature to take its course. It's okay to wait, Divine Feminine. You don't have to be surrounded by people all the time. You don't have to be in specific, you don't have to be in a relationship at all, right? Spirit's telling you to wait on something. Take your time. Don't rush. What else for Divine Feminine? Maybe some of you guys, you don't want to just fill a spot in your life just to fill a spot, right? Spirit's saying don't rush into just any old relationship, because that's where we end up in karmic cycles. Okay? Right now, if someone's pressuring you to jump into a relationship with them at this time, take your time. Take the labels off of things. You don't have to know, is this your twin? Is this your soulmate? Is this your that? Is it right? Just take some time for yourself, is what Spirit wants me to tell you. Yeah, focus on your opportunities, right? Opportunities to grow your stability. Opportunities to heal. Opportunities to pamper yourself, okay? But this says, wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on the past. Stop dwelling on your past mistakes. Stop dwelling on the past mistakes of your previous partnerships, your masculine. Surrender the past lovingly. There is nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything that you ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desires. Okay, Feminine? Focus on your opportunities and just know that there are all the things that we've been through up to this point has been to awaken our souls. It has been to remind us of our divine feminine qualities. It's to help us shine that divine feminine energy into the world around us. Everything has a higher purpose. Everything is according to the divine's plan. Okay? So putting everything in that perspective, it really does help you gain a new mindset, right? It's okay if you're waiting. It's okay if things, sometimes things will move quickly in your life. Sometimes things will slow down in life, and that's okay. Every part of the journey is okay. Allow yourself to accept that. Everything is okay. It is always okay. I am always okay. That's what Spirit wants you to know, Divine Feminine. What else for Divine Feminine? Okay. Yeah, you've been wounded. Right? The past is every time you dwell on the past, right? It's like ripping the Band-Aid off of these wounds. So yes, you have been wounded, but it was so that you would learn how to set boundaries, not barriers. Right? So you can put boundaries against these wounds, but you can't stop these wounds. You can't stop yourself from being wounded, Feminine. You can't stop the experience of life from happening. And Spirit tells me all the time, we tend to dread the dramas that are necessary in order to trigger the changes that are necessary. So if we're always dreading facing the dramas that we have kind of written out in our soul plan, right? We can't be so barriered up here, have such high barriers that we completely avoid dealing with the necessary dramas. Because without emotional drama, without certain dramas, without being wounded in certain ways, we wouldn't learn the lessons necessary to know how to have boundaries, right? Know how to love ourselves, know what is healthy love or healthy relationship versus toxic love or toxic relationships, right? So every part of the journey is a necessary part, right? But let's read it. It says wounded. Perhaps I don't agree that I am the wounded one here. It seems easier and more logical to blame all the woundedness and dysfunction on my twin soul. It's them, not me. If only they would blank. That's probably what we've been telling ourselves, right? We have. I know I have too. The masculine needs to heal. The masculine this, the masculine that. And he may have done all these things, feminine, and he does need to heal, but so do you. And realizing that, accepting that fact, and then accepting the journey as, you know what, every drama, everything I've gone through has created an opportunity for my expansion, has created an opportunity for me to gain more spiritual clarity, more clarity about who I am, more clarity about the divine and the strengths and the weaknesses that I carry, right? Here's the healing. To be able to see a gaping wound in oneself takes a great deal of courage. Courage is needed to face the truth, whatever it may be. Many people cannot do it. Denial is much easier. You on the twin flame journey are being asked to be brutally honest with yourself and address your wounds. These wounds are in layers. These have been covered up using various methods, possibly over the course of many lifetimes. Some are so deeply buried that you may not even realize that they are there. I can speak to that being true, right? That's why dramas happen, to bring these things to your awareness. This is the lifetime where your soul is asking you to heal these, coalesce them. It is one reason why you have encountered your twin, for the purpose of unifying the soul. Face the wounds, do the work, and return to the oneness that you are. Unifying the soul, right? It's not about being in a union. What the 3D physical world says a union is. Maybe we need to gain a new perspective of what is union even. When we talk about twin flame journey and union, twin flame union, maybe you're already in union with your masculine, even if you're not in physical union. It's about the souls, two souls coming together, triggering one another into this journey of self-reflection, healing, awareness, consciousnness, oneness, right? Despite the physical aspects, what is it on a spiritual plane? Instead of us like saying the masculine needs to heal and, you know, trying to, because we're wounded, right? Trying to just focus on the wounds and everything that was done against us or wasn't done right or where we were let down. Those are all parts of the wound. But instead of pointing the finger about that, maybe working through those wounds and then also still coming to that awareness of peace within yourself, still having this feeling of love for yourself and all those along your journey, despite if they've hurt you or not. That's the true test. It's easy to love those people who treat us well, right? It's really hard to continue to have love for someone who has harmed you or hurt you in some way. But it's a true test of coming into that understanding of oneness, of union with all that's around you. And it is part of the process. It is part of the journey. I know there's a lot of people that don't want to hear that would say, I will never forgive so-and-so, and they just did so much, and that's okay. We're all at different places on that. But the concept is to come into this understanding of union and unconditional love, right? What love is. Love is more than just words, and love is more than just action. Love is understanding and acceptance and spiritual truth, right? And everything that you've gone through up to this point was so you can have boundaries, not barriers, feminine. It says, I feel like when I make a boundary, my twin runs or people don't like me. Maybe in the past, boundaries were hard for you to put up, feminine, because you felt like if you wasn't people-pleasing or giving your masculine exactly what he wanted, you would trigger his wounded self or their wounded self, and you would be shunned. And then maybe finally you said, you know what, enough is enough. Shun me or don't shun me. And I learned how, you're saying I'm learning boundaries. And so this is what